I'm trying to figure out where's our chat thing at. Kind of weird, huh? Comments right here. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Heather.
Hey, ladies.
We're eating squeaky cheese. It is bacon what?
It's a bacon infused cheese we got from our neighbor. He's from Wisconsin. And every time he goes up there, he comes back and brings us cheese.
And he just come by the house and brought us cheese.
Well, I hope everybody's getting ready for the
Hey, Kelly.
Arctic blast. Is Kelly on? Hey, Kelly.
Hear it squeaking?
Mm-hmm. Why, could you hear mine squeaking in my mouth?
What's everybody been up to? Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, since it's New Year's Eve. I work today and I got to work tomorrow, so we are just hanging out at the house tonight.
Mmm. 16 bean soup. I bet that was great.
Oh, yeah. Soup is great for this kind of weather. Hey, Lori. Hey, Lori, we got your Christmas card today. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. Heather is hanging out with Grandpa for a while.
Rebecca put 2 ham hocks in it. I bet that was awesome.
Yeah, we've got, typically for New Year's, we'll have black-eyed peas, cabbage, and cornbread with some kind of meat. But we don't have any cabbage. When I got off work, I didn't want to stop by the store to get a head of cabbage. We didn't have any kind of ham hock or ham bone or anything to put in there. So I put a few pork chops in the crock pot with some juices and some black-eyed peas. Hey, Chuck, you're having boudin and French fries. Well, awesome. Well, you're stretching that boudin out, aren't you?
Chuck, our buddy, we gave him some boudin balls, and he's having those with French fries.
Hey, Jennifer. You're fine, Lori. It's perfectly fine. We loved it. It was beautiful. We shut all of our Christmas lights down today. Everything but the loft. We haven't got up there yet. But New Year's Eve, we always shut all the lights off. I haven't started packing up any Christmas stuff yet, but I'll get that over the next few days. I've got some winter projects I'm working on, so I got several things to do. You made cornbread, Rebecca? Yep, gotta have some cornbread. I'll make a small thing of cornbread tomorrow to go with our meal.
Jennifer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she learned what boudin was from Trey.
Yeah,
nope,
see,
not for me.
Yeah.
Have you tried it, though?
Trey is from Louisiana, and I'm from Louisiana. I grew up in Louisiana. So I know all about boudin, but Brian and I have been making boudin, and we'll make it different every time. We put, if in case anybody didn't watch our video on boudin, we did ground sausage, pork shoulder, and liver in our boudin, and rice, but it's got a lot of meat in it. So
boudin has liver, whether it's chicken or whatever.
I bet you would probably like it, Jennifer. Everybody saying hey to Mr. Chuck and to Lori. Everybody saying hi to each other. Nope, can't do it. Just can't do intestine casings. Well, we didn't do ours in casings. We tried to do the boudin in the casings a couple of years ago, and the casings kept breaking. So we just ball ours up. And we do it in an egg wash and then panko breadcrumbs.
And
then we deep fry them. I'll just show you what one looks like.
Out with the cheese and in with the popsicles. Yes.
Hey, Bowen. Here's what the boudin ball looks like. And that's a little bigger than a golf ball. And we just ball it up, and then after we roll it in our breadcrumbs, and we deep fry it.
That's a meal by itself.
2 of those is a meal.
Sounds like a fried meatball. Pretty close.
Pretty close to it. Yes. So I think you could handle it. And I don't eat liver. I don't care for liver. But the liver is chopped up so fine in it, you don't even know it's got liver in it. You definitely don't taste it. Bowen saying hey to Jennifer. Sparkles. He's gave her a nickname.
Oh, is that who Sparkles
You
is?
ever had a deviled egg wrapped in sausage, then fried? No, but that is definitely something we will have to try. You know what? We'll do that, and we'll do a video on it, and we'll put it on our YouTube channel.
I've had them. They're called armadillo eggs.
A deviled egg wrapped in sausage.
Yes. They're good.
We did something one time. We wrapped it in sausage.
Well,
you did a backstrap or something in
that was wrapping bacon.
Yeah.
Everything is good with bacon.
Yeah, but you did like I can't remember what you called it.
And Lori, you been living on popsicles? That's the best thing for if you got the flu.
Oh, she's had the flu. I'm sorry, Lori. I hope you're feeling better now.
Paul Case is the one that started the Sparkles and Skittles.
Yeah. I hear them on Trey's Live all the time.
Boy, we got another video coming out on a product that we bought. And I mentioned you a couple of times because I think you would probably like something that I'm playing with. You'll have to see the video.
Yeah, it's pushed out to the end of January.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's uploading now. We've been trying to get some videos edited and get them uploaded. Lori, what kind of popsicles have you been eating?
I can tell you, Lori, these are amazing.
I haven't decided egg shake, but have had jalapeno poppers wrapped in sausage. So good.
These are the popsicles.
He gets them at Dollar General.
They're monsters. And they're huge. They're 50% more popsicle in one of these than the ones that come in the little 2-stick. But these are great.
I think anything wrapped in bacon is good.
Yep.
So, sausage is just as good as bacon. I want banana or cherry popsicles. Those were my favorite, Jennifer said.
Well, these are pineapple cherry, I think. Cherry pineapple.
Jennifer, are you doing any winter gardening? Fall, winter stuff? Hey, Gail.
Hey, Gail. Of course, everything's good in bacon.
Ooh,
Even
pineapple. Now I'm awake, Jennifer
even
said.
Kevin is better with bacon.
So nobody had any New Year's Eve plans, huh? None of us, anyway. I go to bed too early to do anything. I get up at 4 a.m. Lori says she just had some pop ice ones, but those look good. I will have to get some of those.
You'll like them. Yeah, New Year's Eve night, if they're going to be drunk people driving down the road, I'd just soon stay home and drink.
Gail's checking out to see who's live tonight. Well, we're glad you guys are all here with us.
Hope everybody had a good Christmas.
Yes. We haven't been on here. We haven't done a live since our giveaway. So we thought we better reach out to everybody. Jennifer says she's moving her firewood up closer to the house. Canning cranberries and pineapples. Okay, that's interesting. Are you going to do a video on that, Jennifer?
Amy and Lauren, yeah, they'll be live tonight.
Yeah. I don't know who Lauren is, I don't guess. I've heard Amy talk about her. I think Lauren helped her get her monetization stuff all set up. Just started some basil under my grow light. I need to get stuff. I started some stuff under the grow light, but I don't know what the deal was. Only thing coming up is my cabbage.
Rich said he watched movies, shrimp cocktail sauce, wore out from the trip. Yeah,
Good
Rich
Nebraska.
just rolled in last night from Nebraska, trying to beat the weather. Of course, we're going to have 0-degree weather for about 10 days.
Hey, Neil. Goat days ran over. You're fine. We hadn't been on here long. Making it home. Okay, I'm sub to them. I don't know if I've watched any of their stuff yet. Probably watched first couple videos and then got sidetracked on some other videos, but I will have to go check out some of their stuff.
Bowen's going to be waiting for that video to come out.
Which video? The one where you...
Mm-hmm.
I might have to move it up then. Gail, I thought about it. I wanted to. They invited me to do that. The chicks. But I just thought it was so much, like doing so many videos, and I just didn't know with my work schedule if I could do it like I needed to. So I did not join that collaboration. And I think, isn't there another seed collaboration, Gail, besides the What are the chick sisters?
Jennifer's gonna have to go get one now.
Yeah, Welch is freezing in the freezer. Go get you a popsicle, Jennifer. Bowen says we are his New Year's Eve plans.
Oh, Bowen.
We'll probably jump on Amy's live a little bit too afterwards. And then I got to get a shower and get in bed. Oh, one video or 20? It doesn't matter. Okay. So Gail, you're are you doing the seed collab videos like why your stuff's under the grow light and stuff? Yes, the IBG seed swap 20. I thought about that last night on Adriana's live. I thought about joining her seed swap. That is not the one that had reached out to me, but I thought about joining hers. I may do it. How do we get our seeds? You tell, maybe email me, Gail, and tell me a little more information about it. Like how we get the seeds, what the seeds are, because I know the other collab that asked me to join, they half of the seeds are things that we don't even grow, that we don't even eat. So for me to take up space in my garden, growing things that we're not going to eat, I just, my garden space is so limited. Jennifer, you got a collaboration going on too?
Oh gosh, how are you going to make it, Bowen, without an ice cream sandwich?
Yeah, Jennifer, send me an email.
He's having break away from dairy.
Okay. It's Resourceful Living Homestead at Gmail. I don't want to get off the screen. And it's in all my descriptions. It's in my about section of my our channel. Email, then copy and paste it from there.
If you grew mushrooms, you wouldn't have to use black lights.
I'm not using black lights.
Or UV lights.
Michael Lab, you pick the seeds you want off my master list. Okay. That's awesome. Jennifer, I like that idea. I can join both collabs. Adriana's with Indiana Backyard Gardener and yours, Jennifer. I will join both of those.
Bowen, don't die.
You can make a wish list of what you want. That way you don't get stuff you don't want. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I love that idea. And Gail's asking you, Jennifer, about your collab. It won't start till March. Okay, March is good.
That's planting season.
Yeah. That's when I usually do my starters in February. But March is good because they're ready to go in the ground about middle to third week of April.
April's
usually when we plant them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it never fails. Mother Nature will always make an appearance and have a frost in April.
Okay, Jennifer. Looking forward to your email.
We got a lot of vineyards out here and orchards, and it plays havoc on the peaches. Life without pew-pews and Klondike bars.
I don't have any seeds right now to exchange. We took them all to Pinecone Fest and gave them out. Banana seeds.
You're right, Bowen. Absolutely right.
Pink banana seeds. I've never, is that like a pink banana? Like a yellow banana, pink banana? I never heard of pink banana seeds.
I always called it an eggplant.
Oh, that's purple. Neil, you're going to join the collab too? List Neil. Well, I'm excited about the collab now. I hate that I didn't join the other girls. It just wasn't the right time. What's everybody's tradition on New Year's Day meal? Anybody have a traditional New Year's meal that you eat?
We do got a neighbor down the road growing blue oysters.
Blue, pink, and yellow banana seeds. No? I've never heard of blue or pink. Interesting. I bet they don't grow good in Arkansas. Maybe that's why I haven't. I heard my phone vibrate, Gail. I heard the email come through. Thank you. Beth was on the collab last year, but I may want some seeds. Is Neil, is Beth going to join the collab this year? I hear you, Jennifer. I've got some winter projects indoors that I'm working on, getting a little more organized and everything. So I'm working on winter projects, and we've been contacted by several people over the last couple of weeks on doing some product reviews. So we're going to be doing that. We've got a product review we just did today, and that video is uploading now.
Jennifer
so
said
hopefully it'll be out tomorrow.
Bananas taste like vanilla ice cream.
The pink ones taste like vanilla ice cream. I will have to look and see if that's something that can be grown in our area. There is an onion called something that starts with a W, and they grow big, but I can't find seeds anywhere in our area. So I'm going to say they don't grow good in our area. Jennifer, you might know what they are. Gosh, I want to say wallaby, but I don't know that that's right. Onions, big, like yellow, white onions. Wallace onions, maybe.
Walla
Walla onions. Is that what she's saying?
Oh, I don't
My
know.
glasses. I can't even see. I can't see what I'm reading. Let me get my phone because I can look it up. Are those Walla onions native?
Walla.
For native for your area? I thought it was called wallaby onion or something.
Is Jennifer up in Washington?
Well, she's in right on the edge. She's Canada.
Canada,
Walla Walla onions.
because there is Walla Walla, Washington. Oh.
I guess that's them, Jennifer. Do you grow those? And do they get really big? Anyway, I would love to grow some. We eat a lot of onions, and if we buy a bag of onions and we don't eat them quick enough, I will dice them up and put them in the freezer. And I do that with bell pepper and celery. If we're not going to eat it fast enough, I just cut it up, chop it up, put it in Ziploc bags, and I put it in the freezer. I pull it out when I'm making soups, stews, anything that I'm going to put those things in.
She's on the Atlantic side, not the Pacific side.
Which is the East Coast?
Mm-hmm. The east side.
Well, and that's close because when we mailed her prize to her, her winnings, they went to. Is that your brother where we ship your packages to? Jennifer? And that was in gosh, I don't even remember now. What state was that?
I'm going to have to try me some of those. I love onions. I love all kinds. But I don't think I've ever tried the Walla Walla.
Well, they don't sell them here. And I can't find seeds here. And I was going to look at the growing zone. I saw them on
bulbs.
A YouTube video I watched one time.
Not seeds, bulbs.
No, you don't have any brothers. Okay, I shipped your stuff to North Dakota.
Address she uses.
I know, but you said something about in your email that when you get a package big enough, you ship it to yourself or something like that.
By gosh, if Chuck has tried to grow them here, they won't grow.
Okay, I'm glad he got it.
Because Chuck can grow anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up and see what the growing zone is. Because I'm curious. What growing zone are we? Aren't we 7B?
I didn't know it by that.
In Washington is where they grow really good.
Well, yeah, it's named after a city.
Let me see what growing zone we are. I think we're in 7B.
She said they're expensive to ship. And Chuck says you won't find them here, so we'd have to ship them in here too.
Yeah, I heard about you winning a bidet on someone's live. That is just crazy. I mean, that is just crazy that somebody was giving away a bidet. That's just. I think Jessie was talking about it on someone's live that she won a bidet, and I was like, who gives away a bidet?
I just hope it was new.
Arkansas has 4 growing zones.
We do, but it depends on what you're planting. We're pretty centralized as south.
We are growing zone 7A. Benton County 7A, Washington County's mixed, but yeah, we're 7A growing zone. So,
well, 7A must mean you got more rock than anybody else.
Yep, she said the bidet's new from Amazon. I mean, Bowen, is it like a little gag gift bidet? I mean, like a little dude sitting on a bidet? I don't know. Jennifer, is it like a full-size bidet? You know what, Gail? I did get lucky last night. You know who got lucky was Amy. Amy literally jumped on Adriana's live, and in the first draw, won a $25 Amazon card. And then I won the second one. But Amy had just jumped on there and was saying hi to everybody when and got her name drawn. Washington shipped a case here, cost a ton, and only half made it. Oh, wow. Well, I need to find somebody that's going to that area. Pick me up some Walla Walla onions. Boy, I could put some onions in the freezer for sure. I could dehydrate onions. Okay, Jennifer. So are you going to install that in your house before you sell it? Bowen says, wow, who does that? It's pretty wild. So Walla Walla onions have to be in cold temps. So maybe that's why it gets pretty cold here. I think we're going to be down to 0 next week. We're I think it's going to be in the 20s in the morning, and I think it's going to be in the teens by the end of the week, and then 0 next week. Chuck, do you hear that? Are you ready for that? So Jennifer, do you already have a house that you're going to be moving into? So grow the onions in the fall instead of summer. Okay. I need to put that on my list. I really want some big onions. These little things that I get from the garden, when they're just teasers. What all do you still have to do at your house, Jennifer? I know you've been working on it forever. I hear you. Which that makes sense. Be contingent on your sale. And some people will go that route and some won't. I've got a piece of property in Bella Vista, Arkansas that is almost a half an acre. And I put it up for sale because we're never going to do anything with it. So I put it up for sale, and the offers that have been coming in have just been ridiculous low. And the man who's got a huge house that's recently been built last year next to the property is the one coming in lowballing on the property. And I told my realtor, I says, I'm not budging. I come down 3,000 and I'm not budging off of that. And I said, he's going to feel bad that he lowballed me when I go build a 1,000 square foot tiny home next to his $449,000 home. I said, he needs to kick with my asking price. I know they come in at wanting me to take $3,000 for this lot. And I'm thinking, lots sell for $20,000 there. I said, I had it listed for $11,500, and I've come down 3,000 on it. I said, I'm not going to budge. I said, I don't have to sell it. I'll just keep it. And I may build a tiny home on it. Yep, got your generator set up. You know, after the tornado, Chuck, we got a Generac generator. And we had the electrician come out to do part of the setup on it. And he tried to get by with not hooking us up on our pole. The whole purpose was we wanted it to run our well also. So if we lose power, the generator would kick in and it would also run our well. Well, he was getting ready to leave and I said, you don't have the well hooked up to it. He said, oh, well, I'll have to come back another day and do that. Well, he hasn't been back since. So we are still not powered up with our Generac generator yet. So if we have to, we will hook up our other generators. Okay, Chuck, you're on. You have to show me how to do it. Who snuck in here? That's awesome, Jennifer. That is great to be mortgage free. We are mortgage free and love it. Oh, that would be great, Jennifer, on the Walla Walla onions. I got sidetracked and lost track of the on the chat. They were talking about bathroom tissues. Surely it ain't a real bidet. Okay, I'm past that. I thought I saw somebody say hi to Evelyn, but I didn't see. Chuck said they've got their generator all hooked up. They're ready to go. Oh, hey, Wanda. Wanda snuck in. Happy New Year to you, too. It's going to be a good year. I just know it. Jennifer said it's not cherry pineapple, but she found a grape juice freezy. Happy New Year to Wanda. Wanda Henry's in here. She's saying hi to everybody and Happy New Year.
Pineapple cherry.
Jennifer said, I bought the best I could with the $50,000 budget. Best thing I ever did. Was a good investment. Absolutely. If you bought prior to the pandemic, you did good. We bought our property, our 15 acres that we sit on. We bought it prior to the pandemic, and got a good deal on it. And then we actually started building our farmhouse in
19.
The very end of 19, just prior to pandemic. Well, actually prior to pandemic.
Yeah.
And best thing ever. Well, we were ahead of all that. And now it's if we wanted to turn around and sell it, we could make a very large profit. But the problem with that is, if we went to go buy something somewhere else.
You see that on the wall? it's home now. So
Yep. Because
we're not selling.
If we went to go buy something somewhere else, we wouldn't get that great of a deal. So we're good where we're at. And we built this with our own hands, and we love it. We're proud of it. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for us. December of 2020. So you were into the pandemic, but just before the market went up. There you go. Man, girl, God was watching over you, guiding you, telling you
Hey,
what to
Wanda.
do. Wanda says, Happy New Year to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got back down to the bottom of the chat. Jennifer, where did you live before you bought that house? I know you were in another state. Is that where your U.S. address is? Brian, I'm going to have to get someone to go get me some of those pineapple cherry popsicles. They look so much better than the Popeyes. You should ask your grandson to go to Dollar General and get you some of those popsicles.
Yep.
Windsor, Ontario, rental house. Okay. So great investment, Jennifer.
Wanda, they're great. These are some of the best popsicles you could ever get.
They look
I don't mind eating them in front of you guys at all. It doesn't bother me a bit.
Let's kind of think about another piece of that cheese. We've made so much since it got cold outside, and we're not doing very much projects outside. We've been doing a lot of cooking. I made tamales. We made boudin balls. I made fudge. I made chocolate chip cookies. We just been doing cooking. I'm a popsicle person. I eat them like candy. Well, so does Brian, especially when we get, every night really. He has to have at least 6 of them, or it's like he can't function. They're a little too cold for me. So no, I didn't see any comments about what's everybody cooking for tomorrow besides cornbread. And who was it making cornbread? Rebecca. What does she have in the crock pot? Ham hock and
Yep. I guess
black-eyed peas and ham hock. We had tamales for Christmas. Okay. Tamales are good for Christmas. The thing is, when I make a batch of tamales, we get about 48 tamales. And that's not enough to feed our family of 20. I mean, everybody would get 2 tamales, and then all my tamales would be gone.
Wanda likes candy.
I don't want to share my tamales with the whole family. It's easy for me to grab a couple tamales and take them for lunch to work. We do, the last couple of years, we have done a taco bar for Christmas. And we do our Christmas on Christmas Eve, and everybody comes to our house, and we do a taco bar. Everybody brings stuff for the taco bar. Yep, some people do turkey. We do that for Thanksgiving, and we used to do it for Christmas too. But somebody decided a few years ago we were going to change it up, and now we've been doing taco bar for at least 3 years.
I'm ready for a seafood.
Yeah,
Christmas.
I think next year if we host, so what we do is we open up to all of our kids who wants to host, and nobody spoke up this year hosting Christmas, and we hosted last year. So we said, okay, whoever hosts gets to pick the menu. So we hosted again this year, so we picked the menu. To me, it's just easier for taco bar because you can bring all kinds of ingredients, and everybody can make, You can make a taco, a hard shell, a soft shell. You can make a burrito. You can do open face tacos. It's just so many different options with
Bow
it.
and cornbread, collard greens, black-eyed peas, and a hunk of ham with fat back. Absolutely. I'm with you. If it's not a hog jowl or a ham hock.
Well, Bowen's having the works.
He is.
Black-eyed peas, cornbread, collards, and a ham hock.
Ooh, Wanda, really?
Chuck said something I wanted to. Found out from a neighbor, if you want Carroll Electric to hook up a new service, you have to have water and septic before they will hook up electricity. Okay, that was similar to the case we had in Oklahoma on our property, Chuck. They would not hook up our water until we had a septic, because we wanted to do an off-grid in Oklahoma, and they were not going for that. But in
What she means off-grid is a composting toilet.
In Bella Vista, they do have restrictions. So there are in my property in Bella Vista, it's not it has to be septic. They don't have rural what's it called? The city they don't have city sewer on where my property is.
It's all septic.
It's all septic there. But some of Bella Vista is city septic.
Go back
or
down
city,
to Wanda's menu. She was making me hungry. Keep going. Right there. New Year's lobster, scallop, shrimp salad.
Wow. Are you making all that, Wanda?
Are you doing that right now?
Seafood, New Year's Eve, lobster, scallops, shrimp,
Boudin balls.
Salad.
Glenn and Shannon.
Hey, Glenn and Shannon. Thank you guys for joining our live.
Yep. We made those boudin balls. And
now you're talking. Where are you guys from, Glenn and Shannon? Oh. Maybe we met you guys at Pinecone Fest. Maybe. Baked potato bar. Ooh, Lori, now that's an option too for Christmas Eve. And have all kinds of trimmings for that. All kinds of meats and ooh. Lori, thank you for that idea. Thank you, Wanda, for sharing their channel. We grew up eating black-eyed peas, cabbage, cornbread with a ham hock for New Year's. That was tradition when I was growing up.
Yeah. Both of us are Southern. She's actually Louisiana. I was raised Southern Arkansas, right on the border.
Chicken and dumplings. So Glenn and Shannon's kids requested chicken and dumplings.
That's a good meal.
From Gulfport, Mississippi. You guys are from Mississippi. Okay, so you guys are not who we met at Pinecone Fest then. I will have to go make sure I am sub to you guys. Let me do that right now.
Now, Kathy was born in Mississippi, but she was raised in Louisiana.
I am subscribed to you guys.
Hey, Amy and Chris. Happy New Year to you too. We love you guys.
Hey, Amy, Chris. No, I went to Freedom Weekend at 3MS. That's the only meetup I've been to. We've got a few meetups coming up this next year. So we'll have to make sure you guys know when the meetups are. If you guys are from Mississippi, I know there's one in Texas, and there's a couple of them in Oklahoma. See, I'm missing it in a chat. Southern Boy Prepper is in. That's Cracker, Jennifer, is in Louisiana, but don't post since his young son passed away. Oh, Southern Boy Prepper. Okay, I don't know him. I don't think we're subscribed to him. No, but I will subscribe to him. I just subscribed. Oh, that's sad to hear, Jennifer. I thought you were talking about Trey. Polksville, Mississippi. So I was born in Natchez, Mississippi, grew up in northern Louisiana, and now I live in Arkansas. Petal, Mississippi. I've never heard of either one of those. My family is all from Natchez, Mississippi, and Vidalia, Louisiana, just across the bridge. Brookhaven, Mississippi, Kingston, Mississippi is where my family's from. I'm not sure how far that would be from you, though. But it's good to meet you guys, and good to see you on the chat. We try to go live on Tuesday at 7 p.m. We don't always get on a live. In fact, we chose not to the last 2 weeks after our big giveaway, just to kind of take a break. But well, Christmas Eve for one, we had house full of family, but we are glad to be back on here and wishing everybody a happy new year and great things in the new year. So Petal borders Hattiesburg. Okay, I've been to Hattiesburg. I've driven through Hattiesburg, but I don't know if I ever noticed Petal. In fact, I think I may have some relatives that live in Hattiesburg. I went to Red Banks, Mississippi years ago when I was visiting people for a few weeks. Now that's country. Red Banks. I never heard of Red Banks.
Hattiesburg is where we stopped and stayed the night when we was coming back from Gulf Shores.
Okay, and is that where the restaurant is we ate at?
No, that was in
Maybank, Mississippi, or something like that. Maybe Mabry. Some starts with an
Mayberry.
M. No, not Mayberry. Maddie or something. Anyway, I don't know.
Berry Seafood.
Berry Seafood in Mississippi.
All you can eat.
Oh.
I leave there, I can't move.
Dirt roads and no street lights. Yep, it used to be like that in a lot of places. And just they keep building and building around us, and it's crazy how there's houses and condos and apartments and stuff going up everywhere. People are selling off they're seeing the dollar signs and they're selling off their farmland, and people are building subdivisions.
They are still down our dirt road. Pretty much everybody got more curtains in their pickup than they do their house. So
Yeah. We only have curtains in our bathroom and our bedroom. Our open areas we don't have any curtains. I know. I'm just saying.
Stop saying.
But we live on a dirt road. I look for them to be paving it sometime soon. I don't know.
At least chip and seal.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another piece of that cheese real quick.
You want me to cut it?
No, I got it.
Okay. I want a chunk of it too.
Okay. Make sure you sit on top of Chad.
I've been left unsupervised. But I shouldn't be too dangerous with 7-Up. Oh, it can get funny, Wanda.
I think Wanda has drinks sometimes on her live.
Does she?
I think so. Ask her if she has drinks on her live sometimes.
Kathy, talking about you, Wanda, she said, do you have some drinks on your lives?
Or maybe that was somebody else.
Which there's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Maybe I'm thinking, no, maybe that wasn't Wanda. Maybe that was Janine is who I'm thinking.
Janine.
Janine, in the kitchen with Janine. You don't drink? I don't either, Wanda. Every once in a blue moon. Spent 9 days in Gulf Shores in October. We spent a week camping in Gulf Shores a couple of years ago. Jennifer's got sparkling organic pear apple juice. There you go, Jennifer. Bring in the new year. Everybody's saying hi. She ain't there anymore. She jumped on for a second. But when I'm thinking about cracking a beer, I quit drinking on a regular basis a year ago, literally. And Neil said he quit getting drunk over 40 years ago.
40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You going all fancy, Jennifer. Does your wine glass have bling bling on it? She gets her wine imported from France.
Mm-hmm. 3-pack for $12.99 from Costco.
Heck, I'd drink until I could hear or I could see sounds and hear colors.
You guys are funny.
Oh, Amy had jumped. It was time.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, this bacon cheese is good.
It is good.
We'll have to get with our Wisconsin neighbor again, have him bring some more of this down.
Kind of expensive, though.
We didn't pay for it.
I know, but it from France. I drink tea, Bowen, but I drink coffee. So I drink coffee. I probably finish my coffee about noon, and then I'll have me some tea.
Coy says, Happy New Year. I wonder if they're watching.
Oh, it's probably...
There's a big chunk of bacon in there.
He, what's the time? It may be midnight. No?
No, they're behind us.
John Bauer, Hunt Drip. Everclear and 7-Up and homemade moonshine. Making cherry cheesecake for supper tomorrow. Oh, okay.
One is just full of surprises.
So
Teases with the seafood and now it's cheesecake. That ain't
so
right.
for Thanksgiving, because after I eat, I never have room for any dessert, and I love pumpkin pie. So for Thanksgiving, I ate my pumpkin pie, and then I ate my food. That way I knew I was going to get me some pumpkin pie.
Bowen, I knew there was something wrong with you. Anybody at Drink MD 2020? Good.
I've never even heard of it.
Mad Dog?
Oh, I've heard of Mad Dog, yeah. Yep, I'm a coffee drinker. I drink it in the mornings. I would probably drink 3 cups in the morning if I was home. But I take a 20-ounce tumbler to work with me when I leave here.
Jennifer's making fun of me about my bacon, cheese, and pineapple cherry popsicle.
I know. Who mixes stuff like that together?
Dogs.
Oh, I can't drink it after 12 o'clock. I would never be able to go to sleep, Wanda. I couldn't do it. And sometimes at noon is a little late to be drinking it. So Glenn and Shannon said, wow, Mad Dog, that stuff will make you break out in a cold sweat. I guess I have heard of Mad Dog, but I haven't heard of that in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Bowen said he never said he was normal, ever. Not one time. Don't even pretend to be. Neil said, Mad Dog 2020 and Thunderbird. I never had it, just other kinds.
You just heard about it, did you, Neil?
You can't go to sleep without coffee? I just feel like that would keep me awake.
I'm with Wanda. I can drink coffee anytime.
Well, there's times like I work Sunday through Thursday. And there's times when I get off work on Thursday and I think, I need to be able to stay awake longer so I can do some stuff. So I'm thinking, I'm going to go home and make a pot of coffee and just drink coffee. But I did that. I was drinking my coffee kind of late one day and I ended up staying up till like 2 a.m. Brian's like, are you ever coming to bed?
I don't care.
Bowen said poor people drink Mad Dog 2020.
It's bottom shelf, ain't it?
Bottom shelf, Brian said. What do you do? What do you work at? I am USDA. I am an egg inspector. I inspect the eggs before they go out to the grocery stores for you guys and for us. I drank Schaefer beer. What is Schaefer beer? Back in the Army, we'd buy a grape slush puppy, sip all the grape flavor out of it, and pour Mad Dog over the ice pellets. A Mad Dog daiquiri. Not bad if you could get past the metallic taste. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We could share some stories. I could already tell, Glenn.
$2 a 6-pack.
Hey, Bottom Shelf does the same thing.
Everybody, make sure you sub Glenn and Shannon's Salty Life if you haven't already.
I'm going to have to.
Brian and I are going to be going to New Mexico in about 3 weeks. We're going to do a mule deer hunt.
Yeah, I need to lose about 30 pounds between now and then.
As you stick another popsicle in your mouth. Yeah, look at us old people talking about our yesteryears. Yeah, $2 a 6-pack. That was some time ago. Thank you, Wanda. We plan to come back with 2 mule deer. We're leaving here on the 23rd. We'll be gone for a week.
One of my good friends, he lives there, him and his wife, and they're going to take us in. They house us so we can do this hunt.
Yep. Thank you, Jesus, for bringing me and all y'all out of the bottle if you were in it. Yes. All you bottom shelf drinkers. Oh, well, we'll be in New Mexico, Wanda, on your birthday. My dad's birthday is the 26th. Was the 26th. He's no longer with us. And we've got a grandbaby due basically any day now. The due date is February 1st. So any day now we could have our 9th grandbaby. And it's a boy.
Yep.
Yep.
Marvin Wayne.
Marvin Wayne. He's named after his uncle and
His pappy.
His pappy. When I was at Southern Miss, one place sold Milwaukee's Best. Oh my gosh. Old Milwaukee's Best Light for 89 cents a 6-pack. Holy cow. Are you telling your age? I'd get a quart of Miller Lite to numb my taste buds and buy a case and a half of that crap for under $5. My dad drank Old Milwaukee's Best and Pabst Blue Ribbon. I don't know what he paid for it, but when my dad passed away, we buried him with Old Milwaukee's Best, Pabst Blue Ribbon, and a can of Skoal.
Back in the 80s. Yep.
Little girl due in March. That's number 7 for you. So that'll be number 8 for you. So this one will actually be our 8th, but one of my daughter-in-laws has her little sister that lives with her now. She takes care of her. She's raising her, and she is 13. So she's like one of our grandkids now. So we're saying 9 now. Back in the late 80s. That was back in the late 80s. Oh, well, you're probably about my age then, Glenn.
Oh, I didn't know you was that
Tear
old.
in my beer, Hank Williams Sr. kind of drinker. It was a sad, to be honest. I used to say I'd die in a ditch like Ira Hayes and every drunk Indian. Jesus delivered. Amen. Milwaukee's was cheap too.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys have a third grandbaby due in January. Our kids will probably end up with 2, maybe 3 more grandkids, I think.
He's right dead between us. He's 56.
Okay. I've never had mule deer meat. Have you?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had it, so I don't.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't wait to do a taste test of whitetail, mule, and some elk.
Oh man, they lost a grandson in April.
Oh, I'm sorry, Wanda.
It's not good.
No.
Not good.
Can those people, Lori, can they hunt those mule deer? Because like we have, like in our county, we don't have elk, but just like a county over from us, they have elk. But 2 counties over, but I don't think they can hunt them, right? You have to have a tag.
It's a draw.
You have to be drawn. You have to apply for the elk tag and be drawn for that. Now, we've been applying for years now, but we haven't been drawn yet.
We don't have access deer.
Oh, she's talking about mule deer. Yeah. 2 mule deer herds.
But elk meat is amazing. I love elk.
What is axis deer? What kind of deer is that?
They're
must be
straight
native
horn.
to North Carolina.
Straight horn.
Bowen's in North Carolina. Bennett will be watching over the family. God did have plans for Bennett. It's hard. It hurts.
I believe if it's the one I'm thinking. No, it ain't. It's like a reindeer.
So he's Glenn and Shannon said
they don't come out
that they had mule deer burgers before, but it was dry, not like whitetail. Well, when we're going to be processing the mule deer ourselves, and we'll add fat to it.
Mm-hmm.
So we shouldn't have that shouldn't have that problem.
Whitetail's a lean meat.
He said it had the same fat mixture. But I don't understand that.
That is kind of weird because whitetail's a lean meat and you have to add fat to it to keep it from drying out. All your wild game's really a lean meat.
So he said they added fat mixture to the mule deer.
Yeah.
It was still dry.
But some people add beef soot, and you really got to have that mixture good.
He said Neil said moose is dry too. I want to try some moose. I want to try all of it. I want to make a meatloaf in an elk, moose, whitetail, and mule. Elk, buffalo, whitetail, mule. I want to try all that and make a meatloaf and see if I can figure out which is which.
Our ratio when we process, we pretty much do 2 deer at a time. And when we do, we will add 1 full pork loin, big pork loin, to 2 deer. And it gives it enough in the ground.
We've never had our meat to be too dry.
Greenacre. Hey.
Oh, so the landowner has to. Hey, Krista. Happy New Year's Eve.
You're right, Bowen. They are.
They
stay in spots all the time, and their horns is a lot like reindeer.
So that deer I saw in Lowell that day, Lowell Rogers, that was an axis deer in spots. I said, that was a grown deer in spots still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that or a Sika?
I want to try some different kinds of meats. I can't get anybody to give me any meat. We've got a friend that hunts. I mean, he's not a close friend. But he hunts all this wild game, and he's never offered us any meat.
Who's that?
Dak. Blonde-haired wife. They just had a little boy.
𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐎.
Nate 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶. I couldn't think of his name.
Well, my cousin. We just need to go down south and shoot some wild hog.
Fallow are the ones with spots and palmated antlers like moose. Ooh. I've never heard of fallow. I want to hunt moose. One of these days I'm going to go to Canada and I'm going to hunt some moose. Man, that would put some meat in the freezer for about 5 years.
Oh, Wanda, why don't you eat wild game?
Oh, and caribou. I want some caribou too. You've eaten all kinds of wild game, Neil. So fallow is the best, Glenn says. If there's some wild game, if it's not aged or somehow for a few days, it can taste too gamey and it'll smell gamey, and I don't like it.
We ice age.
We process our own deer, so we know how long it's been aging and we know how clean it is. So I'm a little leery at eating somebody else's wild game. Glenn says they use about a third fat to their deer. That's probably about what we do.
Pretty close.
Probably between a third and a half. I've not ate fallow before.
Wanda, if you eat meat and you came over here and had supper with Kathy and I, and we fixed a meal and you had no clue what it was and we didn't tell you,
you wouldn't even know. Moose is dark, so darker than other wild game?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Elk is too. Moose and elk are
well, I mean, whitetail's pretty dark.
It is, but it's even darker.
Wow.
See.
Ultra rich. Well, the only elk I've ever had was when we went to New Mexico when did we go? In August? In August, we made a meatloaf and it was half beef and half elk. I guess they didn't want to part with too much of their elk to do a whole elk meatloaf. So I really didn't get to, I did get cheated, and I didn't really get the good, the full experience of eating elk. Moose is gamey tasting and can be tougher. But if we aged out a moose, I guess if we went and did a moose hunt, we wouldn't have time to age it. I guess, have you ever had moose?
I have not had moose.
So we can't speak on moose.
Wanda, it's bedtime. Talking to a person that eats a handful of meds in the morning, at night. So I understand. Happy New Year to you and be safe. And Sika, so Now, Bowen, she spotted a Sika deer that had
Good night,
spots.
Wanda. If you're telling us good night, Happy New Year. We'll see you guys all next year. We're not getting off though.
We're gonna jump on Amy
in a little bit. Happy New Year to you too, Krista. Guys, I have to get okay. Yes, Sika have spots too, but I can't never seen none before. I've seen one time. So there used to be a deer farm in up in town, really. It was right on the edge of Lowell Rogers. But and I was coming home from our deer cabin, and I had my bow with me, and I was thinking this deer was walked across the road, the main road. And I was like, what is that deer doing? Because it's kind of weird for a deer to just walk out in the road like that. And I'm like, that is a grown deer with spots. And I thought that is just the weirdest thing. And remember me calling you? And I'm like, I've got my bow.
And the great whitetail hunter here was getting ready to take out somebody's pet.
I had that deer farm has shut down, but that deer must have been lingering out there in those woods.
What was his name, Kevin?
Oh, I don't know that was their farm, but
it was.
Good night, Wanda. When I lived in Ontario, the Lions Club used to put on a games dinner as a fundraiser.
Game and
One
fish.
One of the games I tried that I disliked was Wolverine.
Never had that. I've had plenty of coon sausage.
I don't know that I would want to try coon sausage or Wolverine or bobcat or any of that kind of stuff.
If you go to a game and fish wildlife cook, you don't know what it is until you've done ate it. They don't show you. But coon, possum, rattlesnake.
Now, Evelyn is up there really close to where we're going in New Mexico. She lives really close to where we're going. And he said oryx. How do you say that? Oryx deer meat? Okay.
Well, caribou, they're plains there in Alaska. I mean, that's all they eat out in the plains, kind of like antelope.
Good night, Bowen. Have a good evening. Happy New Year.
Good night, Bowen, you mad dog.
So somebody hunted in Alaska and brought meat back. Okay. Well, I mean, they can definitely, I don't know. How could you age a deer in Alaska, though? It won't bleed out.
Why couldn't you?
Because the blood would just freeze, as cold as it is.
You can still put them in the coolers inside.
Inside. Caribou, and it's really good. Tastes kind of sagey. I think I heard that. I think I heard that before, because I think the caribou eat a lot of sage weeds. Is that right? The weeds, what they're eating is sage, and that's why their meat tastes sagey.
They're all goats. They're just bigger than others. Neil, I'm with you. I think elk's probably the best. It's the best I've had so far.
Marinate moose meat.
Bear meat's good. I like bear meat. Now, it can be real greasy if they don't prepare it right.
Black bear marinated in soy. I'm screening of Brian. It was a buffet style.
Yep.
And you went along and they served and there were signs saying what it was.
There was, but they were turned backwards to you. You had to get it and eat it before they would turn around. Turtle is really good. I do like turtle. Turtle's got 7 different meat flavors in it.
Are you on a different kind now?
Yeah, you want to buy it?
Teeth are sensitive right now. Yes, it can be, Brian, be greasy if not prepared right.
Bear.
I enjoy the turtle soup. I guess I would probably try just about anything at least once. I mean, we do make the grandson, the 6-year-old grandson, we make him try everything once.
Snapping turtle's got the best meat, but soft shell, they're easier to catch. A little bit easier to process.
Yeah, but Neil, we can't just hunt elk here. We have to be drawn for an elk tag.
Yeah.
You have to apply. The application fee is $5, and then your name goes into a hopper like the lottery, and they spin the wheel and they draw out like 15 names. And you got 3,000 people applying, and they draw 15 or I think it was 18 names. So, and 18 names drawn out of 3,000, we don't stand a chance. But one of these days, we might get lucky.
Snapping turtle, yeah. They're the best ones for if you're wanting to get certain meat flavors out of them. But the soft shells here, they're more plentiful. They're easier to get. And you can process them the same way. We just don't have a lot of rattlesnake in this area. Further down south, Arkansas, you do. Plus, we got gators.
We don't. Down south,
South,
they do.
yeah.
Yeah, I love some gator meat. I think Crystal might hook us up with some gator meat. Oh, what have we been up to?
Milling lumber for our tiny home in Oklahoma.
Brian's been working on his side-by-side, replacing a few things.
Oh, I've got it scattered all over the shop.
I've been working, trying to get a few winter projects done here inside the house. I'm trying to get a little bit more organized and rearranging some stuff. I'm going to be putting some flooring down in our bathroom, and we are going to start building a deck onto our backside of our house here, our farmhouse. That way we want to get some projects done around here this winter. That way in the spring we can start building the tiny home in Oklahoma.
We are expecting to get it. It's supposed to be moving in part of that cold weather in about 3 days, I think.
I think it's gonna be in the 20s in the morning, and then it's gonna move into the teens, and then next week is supposed to be like 0. I think is what you said earlier.
Yeah, 10-day.
Okay, so today's Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh,
No.
It's not as cold as Monday. It's supposed to be in the teens. Starting Monday.
Yep.
It's going to be like 14. So it's going to be cold. Ugh.
She's going to wake up to 28 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't function well in the cold. That's the reason I'm not outside doing any kind of projects. It's just too cold. We thought we would try to start working on the deck, maybe at least get some footers down if it warmed back up a little bit, but I just can't get warm enough. I have on thick socks right now, and my feet are like ice.
I'm not going to start the deck project until it warms up enough to
Yes,
do something.
I can't. If my feet and my hands are cold, I'm just done. It's just cold. Yeah, that's round one. Gets colder after this weekend. I know. Middle of February is usually when it's extremely cold and ice and snow and all that here. Usually the first couple weeks of February. We are going to New Mexico. We leave on the 23rd and we come back like the 29th. I'm hoping here and there the weather is okay. Otherwise, I'm going to send Brian and I'm going to stay here.
Oh boy, she'll love that.
No, I'm just kidding. But if the roads are bad, because we're driving, obviously, since we're bringing hopefully 2 deer back.
And a bing bang, which you can't fly with, so.
Yeah. Krista says she does better with a dry cold versus a damp cold. Now, is that what Colorado is?
Dry cold is Colorado.
Yeah. I'm perfectly fine in a pair of shorts at 7 degrees in Colorado. But 7 degrees here, I've got on about 6 layers.
7 degrees here feels like 15 below.
Yeah.
The humidity makes it so cold. Uh-oh. Donald Trump is warning U.S. may be forced into an economic depression.
Yeah. He won't have no choice.
Well, he's got to fight his way out of the
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Well, guys, I think we are going to jump. We're going to jump over to Amy and Chris for a few minutes, and then I'm going to jump in the shower and jump in the bed. So it was great getting to chat with everybody, and we wish everybody a happy new year. Bringing in the new year, and we look forward to many, many chats.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys for coming in. Good night.